Although this book is definitely aimed at a younger audience, Older does a great job of not alienating more mature fans throughout the story. The middle grade novels haven't been my favorite from the new era, but they are great companions to the adult novels, especially this book, which offers a new perspective of the Nihil attack on the Republic Fair. The characters have humorous moments that still contribute to the story, and for the most part worked for me, and the background characters all have different personalities that keep the dialogue fresh. The Rising Storm mainly focused on Jedi Knights and Masters, and while I wouldn't say that the Padawan's perspective is better, it offers a unique perspective. Both Ram and Lula have great arcs throughout the book about them finding balance within themselves and the Force. As Padawans, they still have their weaknesses and insecurities, and there were some meaningful exchanges between them and older Jedi like Vernestra Rwoh that had great insights into everyday problems. Reading through the perspective of Padawan Ram, who has lived on Valo his entire life, offers a unique perspective on the Republic Fair and the subsequent Nihil attack that added a whole other level of emotion to the story. The stakes did feel a bit lower in this book due to the less death and destruction being described, as well as the variety of threats to the characters, from violent Nihil to rampaging creatures. Already having read The Rising Storm, I roughly knew how the story was going to end, but for anyone who doesn't feel like reading The Rising Storm and is unaware of the story, the stakes will be ever present. One of the reasons I've enjoyed this new era as much as I have is because of the connected characters and story. The main characters of this book stem from A Test of Courage and the High Republic Adventures comic, and even though we've seen them before, Older delves into each character's mindset, giving them a compelling arc throughout the story. I especially loved scenes that crossed over with The Rising Storm, but often gave us more from Ram's perspective rather than Ty's. While it didn't make it any harder to read or understand the book, the audiobook was a step down in production from The Rising Storm, although that is to be expected when going from an adult novel to a middle grade novel. There weren't any background music or effects, and I found many of the characters' voices to blend together, even though there weren't nearly as many as The Rising Storm. The audiobook still helped speed up the reading process, having the physical book and recording, but the immersive feeling was sorely lacking. Race to Crashpoint Tower builds upon the Republic Fair while developing characters from unfamiliar to relatable and lovable, earning a rating of 7 out of 10.
Make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on social media, and comment down below what content you'd like to see in the future. As always, thank you all for watching, and remember,
the Force will be with you, always.